Hi, how the hell are you? Welcome back. Or welcome. There could be some new people here if this thing blows up overnight. I mean, I've got to tell you, I have been pumping content for this thing. I've lost a lot of followers in the process, but I've been dedicated to just getting this goddamn thing to grow. Give it some wings. It's about time it takes flight. You know what I mean? I'm trying. It's a little tricky when you don't do things like subscribe or like the video or comment or support. So please, for the love of God, before we get into the episode, please do that. Please do all of the above. It would mean a lot to me. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm kind of sick. In fact, I'm really sick. I had a bit of a fever and one of the most painful coughs I've ever experienced in my life, and I sound like I smoke 5 packs of cigarettes. I don't know what's going on, but I've got to push through and I've got to give you the content that you need. Okay. Yes, Melly. Again, she agrees. My biggest fan is Mel and Zara, as you can see. I like today's episode. I like the woo-woo, but I also recognize that we have some pretty important matters at hand that we need to discuss. And I genuinely believe there's no better person for the job than me. I am determined to fix this thing. It's a serious issue. Now, you're probably wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Dating. That is what I'm talking about. Dating in today's society. I'm going to tell you how we're going to fix this today. I am going to tell you, I'm going to give you 12 steps. Consider this your 12-step program. And it's going to take all of us. I don't care if you're in a relationship or not. Take note. Go get a pen and paper. This is that serious because I am going to give you all the recipe to fix this thing once and for all. This is repairable, okay? We can do this, but it's going to take everybody, okay? It's going to take a collective effort to change this. I feel like I'm doing God's work over here. Put the ego aside and get involved. Honestly, we don't have time for too much yapping. We need to get into this. I'm going to need your full trust and full faith for the next 30 minutes. Just give it to me. Give me your full trust and undivided attention. This just might be the most important episode I ever put out in my entire life. It's that critical. So as some of you may know, I made a very bold choice 2 months ago to never date again. And I stand firm on that. I stand firm on that until there's some serious changes. Some serious changes need to happen in order for me to even consider re-entering the dating world, because currently it's a disaster. It's like willingly getting on a roller coaster that you know has it's not working. It's not operating. They did the test dummies. It didn't work. They were flying off the thing. Everybody was screaming. And then we're going to willingly get back on that roller coaster? I don't think so. I'm going to need everybody, us, to get involved in repairing this ride. During this time, the time that I took away from dating, I've had a lot of profound realizations, if you will. I've had a lot of realizations. A lot of things have made sense, and I've got a lot of experience on these streets, unfortunately. I've seen it all. Please trust me on that. I've come across every attachment style known to man. I've dated the actor, the DJ, the doctor, the chef, the finance bro. I've gone younger. I've gone older. I've gotten every flavor of this I could possibly try. So I feel like I'm in a position to speak on this, and I've had many observations here. I've taken notes, and I've seen some shit. And so with my experience in this field, I feel like I'm fluent in disastrous dating. I've got this. I feel like I'm holding the key to this thing, to fixing dating once and for all. I want to shout it from the East River. I just don't know how to get this out. I hope you share this video with everybody you know. Tell them all. Your ex-situationship. Cover all your bases. Just get the message out there. It's that critical. All that said, you can trust me. No situation is unique to me. I don't want to hear, but I'm different. No, you're not. So should we get started? I feel like we need to get started. So without further ado, I don't even know what that expression is. Is it without further ado? I present to you my 12 steps to fixing dating once and for all. This is it, folks. Buckle up. Step 1, don't. Don't date. What I mean by that is don't date if you're not ready. Just don't. Dating is not the place for you to heal your unhealed wounds. Do the goddamn work before you date. Please, I'm begging. Your date is not your therapist. It's not your mother. It's not your father. You need to sort your shit out. Before you even think about opening the dating app, ask yourself, if somebody approached you who was ready for commitment today and they were the right person, nothing wrong with them, would you have the emotional capacity to commit to somebody? If you are not ready for commitment, say so. Say so. I'm not saying you can't get out there and have fun. We're talking about dating, commitment, monogamy. Remember that? Remember that funny thing we used to call commitment? That foreign thing that we haven't seen in years? Yeah. Remember that? Wow. Save everybody the time, energy, and their nervous system. Honest to God, like, you've got to do the work. And what I mean by doing the work, I mean, I'm not talking about going on a silent retreat. Like, it's pretty simple. Probably go see a therapist. Like, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. Don't worry. It's healthy. Whether it's a shrink or your friends, do you have the appropriate outlets in place to keep you honest? Are you aware of your wounds? If you're over there thinking you're perfect, maybe you're a narcissist. I don't know, but like, hold on a second. If you just got out of a relationship a week ago, perhaps it's not the time to date. Yeah, I don't think so. If you are wildly unhappy with your life, probably not the time to date. Seems like you need to do some work to find fulfillment. Gonna go out on a limb and say that that's probably a P0. Journal, meditate, have hobbies. Get yourself to a place where you feel fulfilled exactly as you are. That's the work. That is the true healing work. There's no rush to get out there. Also, if you're in the mindset of that you're on a time crunch, probably not the smartest choice for you to get out there. Honestly, if you feel like you're in a rush, you're going to end up settling for the wrong person. I can promise you that. You're going to settle. Get clear on what you want in a partner. That's part of doing the work. Get clear on your standards. Who are you? What do you bring to the table? Have a deep understanding of the self. And let me ask you this. Do you have any inner child wounds you probably should address before dating and traumatizing somebody for the rest of their life? Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should figure out if you've got any inner child wounds. Seems like a fantastic idea to do the healing work prior to dating. I mean, to summarize step 1, dating should be an expression of wholeness, not a coping mechanism, okay? It's not a coping mechanism. It's not a Band-Aid. Come on, cut the crap. And if dating for you means filling a void, ooh, Betsy, you're not ready. You are not ready. Nope. Consider that my little checklist of, are you healed before you date? Okay, that's my little checklist. Number 2, numero dos, folks. Dos, whatever. Number 2, no more rosters. We're done with the rosters. We are not built for rosters. I understand that we've created this mentality that rosters keep you detached, but that seems like you have a dysregulated nervous system. To me, that gives me a signal that, like, you are afraid of emotional vulnerability, that God forbid you got too close to somebody, all hell would break loose. God forbid you focused on one person. Oh my God, we are not built for 500 things at once. It is overstimulation. And what happens is you're not able to be intentional with dating. You need to be intentional. No more fucking rosters. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. I'm sorry if that's a hot take, but it's not a way to treat human beings. Personally, that goes against my values. If your values are leading multiple people on at once, okay, have a roster. Personally, I don't think that's healthy. And I think it is destroying dating and society and romance. I think there's no romance in having a roster. What are you, a fucking pimp? I mean, are you a pimp? That just is ludicrous. It's insanity to me. Oh yeah, let me just have 5 options and give each person 10% of my time and energy. That seems fair. I mean, it's just like, this isn't a casino. You're not like putting your chips on multiple things hoping one of them's gonna work out. There is no rush. See one person through, give somebody your undivided attention. And also, it's kind of like a hygienic thing. Like, what are you doing? I don't need whatever the hell this girl has in the next. Like, come on. And also, it programs us to believe that, oh, if this thing doesn't work out, I'll just fucking move on to the next. It's like, What? Take a beat. I'm not encouraging you to settle. Like, if there are red flags, then you move on quickly, fast, move. Like, right? You don't have to sit around and try to make the wrong thing work. When you go down to eat, take one bite at a time. Otherwise, you're going to choke. I'm full of the funny analogies today. Moving on to number 3, I kind of hinted at it. Be intentional. What does intentional mean? Do you know what intentional means? Because I feel like I hear it sometimes on dates where guys are like, I'm really intentional right now. I'm trying to be really intentional with my time and energy. What do you think that means? Being intentional means you are aware of your intentions with dating. Wow, seems pretty simple, right? Seems pretty simple. Do you think you can do that? Yeah, okay, I think we can all do that. That's why I think this 12-step program is pretty doable. Are you dating for fun? Just a connection, looking for human connection? Dating doesn't have to always equal marriage, but is that a goal of yours? Are you dating with the goal of marriage? Are you dating with a goal of marriage and kids? And once you're clear on your intentions, communicate them. Holy hell. Communicate your intentions. Be upfront, direct. This should be the first sentence out your mouth. Hi, I'm Ella, and here are my fucking intentions. I mean, this list is kind of sad because it's kind of like how to be a decent human being, but I mean, this is necessary. Now, number 4, put the goddamn dating apps away. Put them away. I don't think I'm alone in this. It's not human, and it's not a lifestyle. It can be a tool. It can be a tool. We have technology, let's use it. We don't have to completely deprive ourselves of having access to people we wouldn't otherwise. It's a tool, and I've seen success with it. Yes, I've met a lot of great people on it. Well, I don't know, but I've met a lot of interesting people on it. It's a tool, not an addiction, not a lifestyle, not your personality. Once you meet somebody on the dating app, give it a break. Just take a pause. Goes back to not having a roster. Just take a beat. See it through. Have a meaningful conversation. Try to form a meaningful connection. When you're feeding yourself constant women, men, it's like nonstop. It might as well be a Playboy magazine. All of the pictures, it's very performative. It's very like a kid in a candy shop. The dating app makes love a matter of swiping right, swiping left. This isn't like a competition. How many matches can you get in a fucking day? Slow it down. If you really need the dating apps, of course, do it, but also try to connect with people in person. I've noticed as a collective, we're quite shy. We are shy now. I'm not afraid to admit, something I'm doing now is I'm sitting at a coffee shop, a new coffee shop every single week for 3 hours. I just sit there. I try to make myself energetically open to the idea of somebody approaching me in real life. I'm not talking about a creep, like stranger danger, but make yourself a little bit open. Get some confidence going. Again, don't date if you're not healed. Get your confidence up so that you can approach somebody in the wild. Why the fuck are we calling it the wild? I'm sorry, do you mean real life? Oh my God. The worst thing that could happen is that they say no. If you can't handle rejection, you're definitely not ready for dating. So come on. We've become too comfortable with the dating apps. We're hiding behind this thing, this phone and our pretty pictures. What if you're out at the supermarket with no makeup on and some sweatpants and somebody, approach somebody? I'm done with the dating apps. I am no mas with the dating apps. It is not how I want to meet somebody. But the goal isn't how many dates can we get, how many matches can we get in one fucking day, 1 week. It's obsessive. It's too much. It's honestly become an addiction for a lot of people. Same theme, different fun. I don't know what that means, but number 5, less texting, more real life connection. Come on. Enough with the obsessive texting. We're not looking for pen pals here. If you want to join me in repairing dating, we've got to start prioritizing time in person. And it doesn't have to always be a grandiose date. Normalize texting the person to make a plan. Hey, are you free for a quick walk? Let's go on a walk, like a 30-minute walk. Are you free? Hey, I'm running this errand. Do you want to come join me? Hey, I'm kind of hungry. Do you want to grab lunch really quick? Prioritize real life connection. The phone is not connection. In my opinion, if we really want to fix this thing, just trust me on this, texting should strictly be used for logistics, not intimacy. And what's really dangerous is a lot of us associate our worth with how much somebody is or isn't texting us. What if you absolutely cannot do something with this person in real life and you can't make a plan? Pick up the goddamn phone or FaceTime, something. I'm noticing that I'm getting quite fired up. I feel like I need to take a breath. Number 6, it's an interesting one. This is kind of under the assumption that you're like 1 to 2 dates in, but we need to stop prioritizing potential. Potential is not real. You're creating a future version of someone that technically does not exist. Now, I know in theory it's possible to manifest, but for the sake of preserving your nervous system and saving you from an enormous amount of disappointment, focus on the real connection and facts at hand. No more with this like fantasy, what you hope they would be. Accept people for who they are. Quickly. That's a scarcity mindset. It's okay to move away and have an abundance mindset that there will be somebody better. We are done with who could this person become? What if they change? What if, I become a Victoria's Secret model? Okay, I don't know. Like, what if? Let's start asking, who is this person? Who the hell are you? Put on your little FBI hat. Get to the root of it. How do you feel when you're with them? In reality, do you notice that you start to have heart palpitations? Not in a good way. Love should feel calm. Your nervous system should feel regulated. That fluttering that we think means that we're falling in love, that's actually your nervous system signaling to you that you, my friend, are in danger. That is fight or flight. That is not true love. Do you feel at peace? Do you laugh? Do you smile? Do you feel like you could be yourself? The most important thing to consider when you're trying to assess someone's potential, if anything, is do their actions match their words? Yes or no. It's not a maybe, it's a yes or a no. Is this person a pathological liar, folks? Okay. Number 7 is a pretty important one. We need to limit our social media consumption. If you want to date and you want to date successfully, I don't care what you gotta do. Put app restrictions on your phone, limit your consumption. There's no stalking people. There's no checking their followings and unfollow lists. There's no stalking to see if they looked at your story. This is not love. That is anxiety. That signals to me that you're not ready to date. That isn't dating. That isn't normal. That's terrifying behavior. Again, too much overstimulation because it's not realistic. Everybody is performing and giving you their very best on social media. So of course, again, it's kid in the candy shop. And that's not fair to this girl or guy who's genuine and who probably can't live up to this fantasy lookbook, mood board of a world. Like, it's infinite options and it's sad. I also don't like the idea that you could be dating somebody and have a genuine connection, but there's so much temptation. So you're over here liking and things and messaging and sliding in the DMs. It's like, use social media to stay connected with your friends, learn something new, discover new interests or restaurants or travel destinations. I don't know. And that goes for girls too. I don't want to single out men with the women on the social media. The girls, we've also got to really chill out with the social media because it's destroying our nervous system. It's feeding negative beliefs of like, oh, because he didn't like my picture or he didn't view my story, it means he doesn't like me or I'm not worthy. What the fuck? I mean, what are we talking about here? Seriously. I know we do this where we're like, we start to like a guy and we start dating a guy and then all of a sudden we're like, an influencer because we want the guy to see what's going on. That's not normal. I kind of touched on number 8 in the beginning, but I want to drill it home. It needs its own spotlight. Number 8, we are not dating from a place of lack anymore. If you find yourself saying ever to anyone, I need a boyfriend, I need a relationship, you are not, no, get off the dating apps, stay away from the opposite or same sex, get away from it. You should not be dating. Dating should be a lovely addition to your life. Having a partner should be an addition, not a band-aid, not fulfillment, not this thing is going to fulfill me. No, that is a recipe for disaster. It will put you in a position to settle. It probably means you have an anxious attachment, if I'm being totally honest. I'm going to get to that in a moment, that we really need to stop with the labels of the whatever, anxious, avoidant. We need to cut that out. I'll get to that in a moment. But you cannot date from a place of lack. Love is an energy. If you do not have love within you already, you will attract people who mirror back to you how much is missing from within you. People are a mirror. So in order to date successfully, be fulfilled as you are. Embody love from the inside out. And I promise you, you will attract people who match that energy. The laws of science, people. Forget about the woo-woo. It's science. No more situationships, no more settling, no more anxious attachment. I need this person. I've been there. You will find yourself doing shit that you didn't even know you could do. And it's so bad. You will lose yourself so fast. Now, number 9, similar. Emotional availability is a non-negotiable. If you are not emotionally available, if you find yourself hung up on somebody else or closed off, afraid of intimacy, not for you. You're done. We need to stop romanticizing avoidance. Oh, he's just playing hard to get. He's just so mysterious. What? We're done with avoidance. Okay, we're done with avoidance. It's not cute and it's not romantic. I don't want to hear that that's just how they are. It's settling. It's making excuses for shitty behavior. There's no more that's just how they are. That's making excuses for shitty behavior. That's what that is. If someone cannot communicate, regulate when things get intimate, or repair when things get tough or there's a challenge that you need to work through, you should not even consider this person as a partner. It's all over the internet, the books, it's everywhere, and it's obsessive with like the attachment styles. That is making excuses for shitty behavior. We need to stop doing that. If you're having a bad day and you're rude to somebody, you own that shit. It's not an excuse anymore. I understand and I can empathize that you might have had experiences in your childhood. Somebody abandoned you or somebody made you feel like it wasn't safe to express emotions. Oh, fuck off. Honestly, that was then. Heal your shit. Welcome to the present. This is now. That's how I feel about it. I think we have to stop excusing shitty behavior. All the way from the anxious people down to the avoidance. What are we doing here? I don't have empathy for this. Everybody's number one goal should be to get to a place where they are so secure. Our life's purpose isn't to own our anxious attachment and to just be an anxiously attached person or an avoidant person. And it's a vicious cycle, the avoidant and anxious attachment loop. Oh my God, it is vicious. And it's a level of destructive that I don't think we are even remotely taking seriously enough. Everybody should dedicate every ounce of themselves to being the best person that they can be every single day. Stop with the fucking excuses. If you act like a shitty person, you're a shitty person. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So we're done with the excuses and the attachment styles. We're also not psychologists. Relax. Let's stop diagnosing people obsessively of oh, he's an avoidant. That's why he's doing this. He's just not answering me because he's an avoidant. What? You want somebody who's going to run the moment things get real? No. You want somebody clinging to you like you are their heir? No. I realize I'm being very intense in this episode, but this is the tough love that I think everyone needs to hear. It's gone too far. It's a lot of participation trophies. And oh my God, one of my biggest pet peeves are participation trophies. I can't stand them. It's enabling. It's strange. It's oh, what number are we on? Number 10. See, I need to regulate myself. I'm able to regulate myself quickly. Number 10, fitting. Slow it down. Slow it down. There's no rush. It is not a sprint. It is a marathon. These things take time. And you also need to have a life outside of dating. Rushing into anything is a recipe for disaster. It is. Why do you need to slow it down? Well, chemistry does not equal compatibility. It takes time to figure out and navigate going through different experiences together and getting to know each other at a nice pace. The rush the sparks, you're going to send yourself to the psych ward. Slow it down. You want a slow burn. You don't need fireworks, okay? Fireworks are quick. You see, it goes up in the air, pow, it's gone. A nice fireplace crackle. I like a fireplace crackle. Slowing it down means consistency over intensity. It means emotional safety over sparks. This is potentially your life partner. You don't need to move in together after the second date. Take it slow. There's no rush. You don't have to put pressure on the other person to commit. See if you like them. See if they're the person for you. This is not, am I good enough for this person? Okay, you're not a show pony. Number 11, date like a human being, okay? You're not a brand. This isn't the Wolf of Wall Street. You're not trying to sell a pen. It is critical to just be your authentic self. There's no more performing. There's no more hiding your needs to be the cool girl, to be the chill girl, to be the chill guy who's like, ooh, feelings, like, I don't have feelings, what are those? Like, be a human. This isn't some shiny billboard. Show up as the most authentic version of you every single time you're with anyone. Dating or not dating, to be totally honest, but specifically with dating, you have to show your authentic self, because what happens is that will crash and burn pretty fast when the masks are taken off. No more love bombing, okay? We're done with the love bombing, the future faking. Oh my God, I can't take it anymore. It's giving me a headache, and this whole thing is making me lightheaded. Date like a goddamn human being. Show your vulnerabilities. Be honest about the person that you are, what you're looking for, your intentions, what you need in a relationship. At no point have I said you can't have needs. You should communicate those needs. And if it's too much for somebody, let's hope they find less. I almost posted this the other day. I saw it somewhere on the tiki-taki. Don't dull down your spark for anybody. Don't hide behind any masks. Be yourself. We need to stop putting on a show. Nobody bought tickets for this shitty show that we're calling dating. Last, but certainly not least, it is the most important. We've made it to number 12. See, that wasn't that hard. So far, this has been pretty simple, has it not? I feel like I've been very clear. This seems like something that we could do if you want to do it. People don't change unless they want to, but here we are. Number 12, folks, is moving forward. We need to collectively choose depth over dopamine. We have been treating dating like it's heroin, like a drug, okay? It's not a drug. It's not sustainable. That's not what love is meant to do, to feel like. That is not love. This endless novelty has ruined dating. We've killed romance. We've killed any kind of romance because we think that romance and love is dangerous. Why have we normalized that? That is really terrifying. This is another P0. It's the last on the list for a reason. Real love requires patience with people, having empathy when it's necessary, taking things slow. It requires repetition, getting to know somebody over time, showing up for somebody over time, over and over and over again, building trust, building routine, repetition. And lastly, real love requires showing up when it's not exciting. Real love is not meant to feel like a drug. Love is supposed to feel safe, calm, nurturing, peaceful. It's an energy. And love shouldn't vanish when things get just ever so slightly boring. What do you think's gonna happen 20 years from now? Divorce, that's what's gonna happen. You've gotta build a solid foundation that the silence still feels like love, and the quiet and the calm still feels like love and is love. That is so important. Who the fuck is blowing up my phone? That's my list. That got me fired up for a second. It hurts me. It hurts me to think about what's happened to love and romance and dating and partnership and connection. It really makes me sad because I am a hopeless romantic. I feel like romance is having a comeback. It's coming back. It's not there, but people are starting to be like, whoa, what the fuck happened here? People are really starting to wake up. People want it again. There's that yearning. We're starting to crave it. I'm starting to notice that people want to move away from the surface level, the rosters, the superficial. I think people are sick of it and we want to feel something real, but they don't know how. And I just gave you how. I really hope you follow my list. Put these things into practice. We do not need any more situationships in 2026. Let's leave that in 2025 with the year of the snake. What we need now more than ever to turn this ship around with this thing we're calling dating, which it hasn't been, is presence, accountability, and emotional maturity. I can send you a list of books I recommend to get you started. For starters, Calling in the One, exceptional book. You could read the book attached if you want to understand your attachment style and leave it behind, but I don't want you making it your new identity with the I'm an avoidant, I'm an anxious. I want us to stop that. You can read it to understand if you've been doing something subconsciously, have at it. My personal favorite that I'm reading right now is Becoming the One. It's not about calling in the one, it's becoming the one. And that book does an exceptional job at not over-promising that you will find the one by the end of this book. The 8 Rules of Love is a classic. We know it. Shout out Jay Shetty, my man Jay Shetty. Great book. I'll list all my favorite books. If you want to start reading, start reading. Again, get out a journal. Get a freaking journal. Every morning and every single night, I am journaling. I ask ChatGPT for different prompts. It's excellent at giving me prompts. But sometimes I also list out the qualities that I'm looking for in a husband, in a partner. And then I try to become that list. And guys, let's just get out there. Cut it out with the fucking phones. It's so not human. I've noticed the last few times I've gone to a bar, not one guy has approached me. Not one. They're either up their friends' asses, not even aware that there's good-looking women and not to call myself good-looking. I'm a beautiful. We can say that. If you should feel like you're a beautiful woman. Anyway, so shy or sticking with their friends, or they're just too timid, and they're single. It's not like they have a girlfriend and then they're avoiding women. We just have to work this muscle of social skills. We've lost a lot of social skills. I'm going to give you some homework, and it's just to push yourself to be more social and confident with interacting with humans in the wild. And it's not going to be to approach someone you want to ask for their number just yet. We're not there. We are so not there. Start by giving a stranger a compliment. Practice what it's like to approach a stranger. And then from there, part 2 of the homework would be to approach somebody you're interested in. Somebody you're wow, this person's beautiful. Or I notice that this person's reading this book that I like at the coffee. Let me approach them. Get to know somebody. Doesn't have to be your future husband or wife or whatever. God, I loved this episode. I feel so much better. Please help me in getting the word out there. I feel like this is so important. I know that people want to fix this. They want to call in love, but without the basics, my 12-step program to saving dating, it's not going to work. We can keep sitting here hoping, praying, wishing that Prince Charming's going to knock on our door, but if we're not willing to make a change, we will keep repeating the same pattern. The definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over again and expecting the same result. Consider us all insane. I have got to give my vocal cords a rest. I really liked this episode. I know I was pretty fired up, but somebody had to do it and somebody had to say it. Please comment down below what you thought of this episode. Comment down below anything you want me to talk about next, any questions you may have. And please, again, make sure you subscribe, follow, whatever you can do to support. I would really, really appreciate it. I really do believe that we can fix this. There's a movement. I can feel it. The tides are turning. I really do think that this is going to be the year that a lot of us find true love. I love you guys, and I'll see you.